So if you have available a block or two for practice, that would be great. And something to sit on to just get the pelvis and spine aligned comfortably and safely. And if you prefer to be seated in a chair for centering, don't hesitate to grab a chair. You have a need to lie down, to welcome that as well. So the whole idea is to know what you need and to always honor that the best that you are able in each moment. So I welcome you to settle into your chosen position with a long but neutral spine. Shoulders melting away from the ears, arms becoming heavy as they rest comfortably in your lap. And then noticing where your attention is, where your focus is right now. And start to gather that focus inward. So in Sanskrit, we would say, let's explore pratyahara, the practice of turning our attention inward. So in a sense, it's a process of unhooking from everything that pulls us in life, be it our phones or computers, friends or partners. And those are all good things. But practice invites us to explore something quite different, to engage more with the internal landscape, to bring balance to this continual flux of our external landscape. So in truth, it's a process of arriving in the space in which you find yourself. And in preparation for practice, we adequately adjust that space to become a container for practice. So we minimize distraction. We ensure that the temperature is comfortable. We have our mats, props that we might need. And once all that external stuff is cared for, we kind of pull our attention inward. Now that the space around you is in order, we bring the body into order by finding that comfortable, optimal posture. Then we come in even deeper as we begin to settle into a sense of being fully present right here, right now, inside of this body. And as focus draws inward, you notice and acknowledge whatever your experience might be. How do you find yourself at the level of what yoga calls the gunas? So do you feel heavy and tired, alert and awake? You live somewhere on a continuum between the two. Can you sense within yourself what feels balanced? or if anything feels a little out of balance. Could it be mood or digestion, respiration, anything? What feels balanced? What feels a little out of balance? And how might this time, this practice today support you in moving toward greater balance? So if we were to practice cultivating the opposite, what is the opposite of that sense of imbalance? And would it feel right to you this morning to let that opposite become your intention for your practice this morning? And from here to drop in a little deeper to something even more subtle, which is the rise and fall of breath. Can you sit for a few moments as witness to this feeling of breath rising and falling in the body? Sensing into the texture of the breath. Does its flow feel rough or smooth? Do you experience the breath as shallow or deep? And in what parts of the body are you experiencing that felt sense of breath moving? The very next time you inhale, drink in a long, full inhale as you let the belly gently swell with the inhale. And as you exhale, allow the belly to gently, naturally move back in toward the spine. No force, no strain. And here you allow each inhale to become a little deeper than the one before it. And you practice emptying completely without forcing in any way. Play with a little alternate nostril breath, simply with arm movements without manipulating the nose in any way. So I'm going to invite you to sweep both arms forward and up, raising the arms as high overhead as you can comfortably do. And once the arms are overhead, to settle the shoulders. Here, I welcome you to take a deep inhale, feeling, imagining the inhale coming in through both nostrils. And as you exhale, feel or imagine releasing the breath through the left nostril as you lower the left arm down. And then as you inhale, raise the left arm up and overhead again. And as you exhale, the right arm lowers as you feel or imagine breathing out through the right nostril. When you're ready, inhale the right arm, right nostril. Exhale, left arm down, left nostril. Inhaling left arm, left nostril. Your pace on your exhale, right arm, right nostril. And we continue, inhale, right nostril, right arm. Changing arms on exhale, changing nostrils on exhale. Try to find a pace and a rhythm of your own. And stay with it the best you can. And in a situation where there's some restriction in shoulder mobility, the hands can rise just a little off the floor and then lower. Same practice, just a smaller movement, really honoring the needs of your body. Stimulating left and right hemispheres of the brain. Now, this is science. This used to be yoga talk, but there's so much science. It's now providing evidence that when we're breathing left side, we're stimulating right brain. When we're breathing right side, we're stimulating left brain, left body really. Left brain and right body really. And when right brain is stimulated, left body is stimulated. And the next time you find yourself with both arms up, I'm going to invite you to keep them up. Finish a breath cycle between both nostrils, through both nostrils. And then join the hands in prayer position overhead. Press the palms as you inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale with palms together, draw the hands right to the heart. Thumbs resting on or near the sternum. Stay connected to the felt sense of breath moving through the nose. And let's do 3 rounds of prayer breath. So on the inhale, the arms sweep out to the side and overhead. Exhale, palms join, and the hands sink to the heart. 2 more times, your pace. A sense of gathering up energy, gathering up prana, and drawing it in. And the last time the hands land at the heart, I welcome you to settle into a few moments of stillness, simply following breath, as I share a quote from Pema Chodron. Life is a work in progress, a process of uncovering our natural openness, uncovering our natural intelligence and warmth. I have discovered, just as my teachers always told me, that we already have everything that we need. The wisdom, the strength, the confidence, the awakened heart and mind are always accessible here, now, always. Everything we need here, now, always. Just another moment in stillness. When you're ready to allow the hands to release, eyes are closed, gaze softens toward the earth as you very slowly let the eyes open, welcoming in light and color and texture. And once your eyes are open, if seated on a prop, to please place it to the side and to give yourself a moment to stretch out your legs and your feet. Once the legs are forward, pointing and flexing the feet a few times and watching the feet as you encourage the flow and movement of circulation and energy. And then circle the ankle joints, circling feet 3 times in each direction. When ready, taking the feet to stillness and bending toes and squeeze. And if you're able, spread, stretch the toes. And just 2 more times, bend and squeeze, stretch and separate, best you can, and last time, bend and squeeze, and stretch and separate. Let the feet relax. And from here, I'll welcome you to join me in table pose. We'll move through that familiar joint warming series of child table down dog. Feel free to modify that in any way you'd like. So on exhale, buttocks lower down toward heels into Garbhasana, child pose. Pull with the hands as you inhale up to table. And on the exhale, curl the toes. Find a gentle down dog with knees bent. Make it fluid and delicious. Inhale, knees to mat. Exhale, child pose. Inhale again to table. And exhale, down dog. I'm going to do 2 more sets of these. Follow your breath, inhaling table. And alert to how the movement mobilizes and awakens every major joint in the body. You might be choosing to do cat-cow instead if any of these movements don't resonate. And maybe you start to straighten the legs a little more as you move into down dog. And when you get to the down dog of your final set, I welcome you to hold, and you might choose to start with bent knees as you wag the tailbone a little left and right, drawing the tail back. If shoulders are hugging your ears, let the shoulder blades open. And keep a bend in the right knee, lower the left heel toward the ground and just feel into that left leg. Maybe a sense of directing breath up and down that leg. And as ready now, reverse position of the legs, left knee bends, right heel reaches toward the earth. Then you find a balance, not too much, not too little. Another breath. And then as ready, rise high onto all 10 toes. Reach both heels down and back. Find that just right pose for you this morning. Give it 3 more breaths. And when you're done, to step just the right foot forward toward your hands and lower the left knee down to the floor. And once the left knee is down, we're going to rise into a kneeling lunge. And I highly encourage you, if you'd like, to either fold your mat over or add a little blanket underneath that left knee for your comfort. And here we want to wiggle the right ankle forward of the right knee, right hand on right hip, and left arm at the side. Go with this slowly. You don't need to go to your deepest edge here. Inhale, bend the right knee over the ankle, sink into the hips as you raise the left arm. And exhale, come out. And as you do this, if you'd like to imagine breathing in and out of the left nostril, just the left nostril as you move in and out 3 more times with the breath. Focusing on the left side of the body. Now, the last time you come in, important you don't take it too far because we'll hold. Soften the shoulder as you hold, relax into the pelvis. Soft gaze, drishti, full breath. And we hang on for 4. 3 more breaths. 2 more if you're able. When you feel done, to please lower the hand to the floor. We have 2 options here. We can go table to down dog or curl the back toes and step directly to down dog. Listen to the direction from your body. Once in down dog, take 2 breaths. And then prepare for the same movement other side. So taking the left foot forward, patting beneath the right knee as needed and rising up to knee stand. We start with the ankle a little forward of the knee. Take your time, left hand on hip, right arm dangling at your side. And on inhale, sink into your lunge, left knee over ankle, right arm drawing forward, up and back a little. And exhale, release out. Find your drishti. Stay really connected to the body. And maybe imagine breathing in and out of the right nostril now. The last time, it will be the 5th time that you sink into your lunge. That's your hold. And you're always in control. You find that place that feels not too much. Settle into an awareness of the breath. And you anchor your focus, fully present, for 3 more. And stay 2. We're going to do a little different transition this time. So when you're done, I welcome everyone to get hands to floor. Let's all step back first to table pose. From table pose, curl the toes, lift the knees a tiny bit, and step back into plank pose. Short hold here. You can come right to forearms. Give it another breath. When you're done, set the knees down and gently lower all the way onto your belly. And once on your belly, move the arms alongside your body, palms down. And if your neck allows, turn the head to the right. In this next movement, we'll continue working opposites, but opposites in the body, right arm, left leg and head. So on the inhale, lengthen and lift right arm, left leg and head. As the head comes up, try keeping the nose pointing to the floor. And as you exhale, lower, turn the head left and soften. Now left arm, right leg and head. Inhale, lift, nose points to ground. Exhale, release, head turns right. And then inhale, right arm, left leg lift, nose points down. Exhale, release and soften. Again with the left arm, right leg, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. We're going to hold the next time. So when ready, inhale, right arm, left leg gazes down. You might choose to work here. You might choose to bend the left knee and grab the foot. It's just an option. Don't make one pose better than the other. Simply choose what feels right. For 3, full deep breaths, stay 2. Hold on, another breath. When you're done, Release your pose, head turns left and soften. Take a breath here. And when ready, same other side. So inhale, left arm, right leg and head, nose points down. Option to bend the right knee and grab the foot with the left hand and hold and breathe. Wherever you are, deep inhale, full exhale for 3 more. Exploring the felt sense of your pose. Stay present for 2. When you're done, surrender your pose, release and soften. Take a deep inhale, let that breath go with a sigh. And come back to the feelings in the body. If your legs are separated, join them comfortably close together. Feel the body in a straight line. Please Velcro the tops of your feet and your pelvis to the floor. And as you inhale, reach the arms into the space behind you. And as you reach the arms, lift the chest and head only. And as you exhale, lower out of that, turn the head to the right. Same thing, inhale, reach with the arms, let the chest and head rise. Exhale, release and soften. Let's add a hold. So inhale, reach with the arms, chest and head and hold. Find your breath as you hold. Some will choose to stay here. Others might enjoy raising both legs. Find breath for 4. Deep inhale, full exhale, stay 3. Take your time. When you feel complete with the pose, let the exhale take you out of it. Relax and soften, release and let go. Rest here 3 breaths. Breathing into the back body, filling all those tiny little air sacs in the back of the lungs. As you feel complete, please move hands underneath shoulders so you are able to press up first to table. Stepping knees beneath the hips. And from table back to child pose. Let's move this into a kneeling sun salute. So best to begin with the hands down near the feet, arms draped at your side. On the inhale, let the head bob up. Sweep the arms open like wings and rise up to a kneeling position. Knees stand with arms overhead. As you exhale, firm the belly, hinge from the hips, fold until hands are on ground. With the inhale, pull up to table pose. And on your exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Inhale, knees come back to the ground. Exhale, buttocks to heels, hands straight down alongside the feet. And we'll do that 1 more time. Head bobs up, arms open like wings. Inhale, rising to knee stand, arms coming overhead. Tummy is firm as you exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, rise to table. And on the exhale, find down dog. Short hold, 3 breaths, knees bent or straight. Create a shape that is honoring of what your body needs, of that intention you created earlier. When you feel complete here, move the feet toward the hands into a ragdoll position, forward fold with knees bent, upper body hanging. Feel the ground. Create a sense of equal distribution of weight between both feet and legs. And on an in-breath, arms like wings, head lifts to align with shoulders, and with a long spine, rise all the way up Stretch up with a very soft back bend. And then rise to neutral spine, palms together, hands to heart, Samasthiti, balanced pose. And I invite you to stop. And imagine inhaling through the left nostril. Exhaling right nostril. Inhaling right side. Exhaling left. Continue 2 more breath cycles. Fully present, fully connected to the breath, to this moment. When those breaths are complete, release all control of the breath. Drop for a moment into stillness. And sense how all that you need is already present. Eyes can open, arms release. I welcome everyone to turn and face the long edge of their mat. And as you do so, to please separate the feet into a nice open straddle. Toes either oriented forward or slightly pigeon-toed, caring for your knees. Let's move hands onto hips for the moment as we spin the right heel to point to the arch of the left foot and let the left toes turn in slightly. Here, gazing now over the right shoulder as you exhale to bend the right knee over the ankle into a warrior 2 stance with hands on hips. And then inhale, straighten the leg and let the right hand thumb and index finger sink into the hip crease. And we're just spilling the pelvis a little to the right, maintaining that long neutral spine. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, right knee over ankle. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Keep the legs straight and exhale, spill toward a partial triangle pose. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, stay connected with the feeling of movement. Inhale, straight leg. On your exhale, spill again. Next set will hold. So inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, right knee over ankle, hold. Check that alignment of knee over ankle. Firm the back leg, sink into the foot. And with gaze over right shoulder, you choose hands either remaining on the hips or opening to T position. Palms can turn up in T to encourage the release of the shoulder blades. Let the shoulder blades remain soft as the palms turn down again. Full breaths here for 4 more. Nice deep inhale, nice full exhale. Stay 3 more. Take the time you need. But when you finish, inhale, straight leg, hands to hips, right thumb and index finger glide into that right hip crease. And as you sink into the hip crease, let the pelvis spill to the right, spine follows, head and neck are aligned with the spine. Firm the tummy and maybe take the left arm to the sky. Choosing to keep the hand in the hip for support or release that arm down. Left rib cage rotating back. Some enjoy the arm behind the back so you find your expression. Gaze forward or up as we hold for 4. And that's just a suggestion, come out as needed. 2 more breaths. When you're done, draw up through the left arm, rise to T position, and in T position, spin the toes forward so you land in 5-pointed star. Let the shoulders soften. And again, this can be done with hands on hips if there's shoulder restriction. And maybe closing eyes. But we're welcoming here a sense of buoyancy into the body. So how do you feel, like a star in the sky or a starfish in the sea? And either way, we just relax into the space surrounding us. And we find an ease within the shape. We find our breath within the shape. We ride the waves of sensation as we ride the waves of the breath. Challenging but not forcing. Maybe holding 3 more breaths. Whenever you feel complete, just slowly feeling all the sensations along the way as the arms move centimeter by centimeter back to the sides of your body. When the arms land at your side, completely soften. Take a full breath. Then we'll set up for warrior opposite side. So hands on hips, left heel spinning to face right arch, right toes turning slightly in. We maintain a relatively forward orientation of the shoulders. So gaze over the left shoulder, and on the exhale, let the left knee bend over the ankle. Inhale when ready, straighten the leg. Left index finger and thumb sink into the hip crease as we spill the pelvis to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, left knee bends over the ankle again. Inhaling, straight leg. Legs stay straight as you sink into the hip crease, spilling left like a triangle. Inhale, back up. Now our hold, so exhale, settle the left knee over the ankle, long upright spine. Choosing to work here with hands on hips or opening the arms like wings. Shoulders softening, drishti over the left middle finger or over the left shoulder if hands are on hips. Anchor into the back foot and leg, both legs squeezing toward the bone. We recall our intention. What will move us toward balance this morning? Full breath for 3 more. Counting your breath. When you're done, to inhale, straight leg. Exhale, soften the arms to your side and allow the left index finger and thumb to climb up your thigh bone into your hip crease, and right hand can go to hip for now. And as you exhale, sinking into the hip crease and the pelvis spills left, the spine follows, head stays aligned with the spine. Firm the tummy, raise the right arm to the sky, reach up. And then you choose either freeze where you are or freeze as you release that left arm. So the trunk stays in this nice long line, not collapsing. Right arm can stay in the sky or loop behind the back. Find your pose, find your breath. Gaze forward or up as you care for your neck. For 4 breaths. And stay 3. 2 more breaths. When you're done, let the inhale draw you up, arms to T position or hands on hips. Left toes will still turn forward. Feel free to shorten your stance a little if there's tension arriving in your ankles. So from here, I'd like you to turn both heels in so your toes are out. And as you are ready, raise the arms overhead. And as you exhale, bend both knees, hands coming to heart for a praying goddess squat. And on inhale, the legs straighten, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands draw to heart as you sink into goddess. Let's go 3 more times. Find that inner rhythm. Movement following breath. Breath leads. When the breath ends, the movement ends. When the breath begins, the movement begins. The last time, maybe it's the next time that you settle into Devayasana, goddess squat, I welcome you to hold. And when you get to that hold, the first thing you notice, did I go too far too quick? Would it be helpful to back out a little? And then work in slowly through a series of breaths. And if you like, you can imagine your alternate nostril breathing, or you can actually bring the hand to the nose and do some alternate nostril breathing. Or just nice belly breaths. What works here today? And let's settle in for 4 more. And 2 more. Give it all the time you need. When you're done, rise up and sweep the arms up. Drawing the palms together, bring the hands to the heart. And then heel toe the feet back to hip width. From here, let's move into a half sun salute. So on inhale, sweep tall, stretch up, look up. Allow the knees to bend as you swan dive and fold forward. Hands to shins, inhale, halfway lift. Knees bend as you exhale and fold. Ground the feet, arms like wings. Inhale, sweep it all the way up again. Stretch up, look up. Join palms, bring hands to heart. And pause a moment. Coming into stillness. And following your breath. From here, I welcome you to release. I'm going to continue with a balancing pose this morning. So I know some of you enjoy stepping off of your mat onto a firmer surface. So find your spot on which you'll practice your balancing pose. We'll have a choice of working with stalk or going from stalk to swan. So we'll go about 3 to 4 breaths in each. So settling into both legs and feet equally. Firm the legs, lengthen the spine so we find Tadasana on mountain. And from that mountain, weight begins to sink into the right leg as the left knee bends, coming onto your left toes. And here we check the hips and pelvis, level them out, firm the belly, keeping the pelvis stable as you inhale and raise the left foot off the ground. Maybe arms are coming overhead. And then exhale, bring those toes down again as the arms come down. So a little bit of balance and motion first. Inhale back to stalk. So the balance, exhale out, is primary to everything. So you only take it as far as you can while maintaining balance. We'll go in and out one last time. And this time, when you're in the pose, begin your hold. I invite you to do a 3 to 4 breath count here. And then only if it feels appropriate to you, following that count, you would reach the leg back into balancing swan, arms moving down toward the sides of your body as you find that swan. And when you get to swan, again, 3 to 4 breaths before returning to stalk for a final 3 to 4 breaths. So it's a long balance. Take your time. Stay connected inward, that practice of pratyahara. And whenever you're done, you let yourself complete. It's like you're releasing what you did on the next side to come anew to the next side. We know balance is so different. Let's do a little in and out first. So when you're ready to begin, find Tadasana first, that equal distribution of weight side to side. And eventually weight shifts left, right knee bends, hips level, pelvis level, belly firm. And on inhale, the right foot rises off the floor, arms overhead. And exhale, toes down, arms down. Inhale, leg rises, arms go up. Exhale, come down. Last time for a hold. So when you're ready, again, 3 to 4 breaths in stalk. And if desired, move to balancing swan, following those breaths. It's not about the aesthetic, it's about the balance. So work where you can maintain that balance. And then we'll end in stalk. And whenever you're complete, let it go. Land in Samastiti, balanced pose, both feet firm on the ground, spine long, hands at heart. And we stop just for a moment to again draw our focus inward. To hold oneself in loving kindness. As we welcome all that unfolds through practice. And from here, I welcome you again to turn and face the short edge of your mat up toward the front with feet at hip width. And we'll transition together to the floor. So with an inhale, arms sweep out and overhead. Gaze goes up. Knees bend, hinge from the hips, swan dive, fold forward. Bring hands onto shins as you inhale and seek a halfway lift, as close to that as feels comfortable. And then bend the knees a lot, bringing hands either to the floor or to blocks. And we step back, one knee down, the other knee down, first to table. Once in table, bring the inner edges of your feet together, separate the knees wide toward the edges of your mat, and slowly sink back into a wide-kneed child. And here we want the head supported. So if your forehead doesn't touch the ground, stack 1 or 2 fists beneath the forehead, or you could use a block. And notice how child pose gently stretches open the back body. And we feel or imagine the motion of the lungs as we fill the back body with breath. vitalizing life energy moving through the back body. 3 more breaths here. When you are finished, I'd like to welcome you to transition on your back. And as you do so, to please make certain that you have a block or a cushion within your reach, because we'll end with a supported bridge pose. So as you come on to your back, please bend the knees so your feet are aligned for bridge, center of heels pointing to center of buttocks, ankles below knees. Bring the arms in close to the side body, tucking the shoulders under, tucking the chin a little bit. And then imagining the whole back side of your body and dividing it into thirds, lower, middle, and upper third. And we'll lift the spine in segments with the breath. So ground the feet. And as you sink down through the feet and reach through the knees, inhale 1/3 of your spine off the floor. And then exhale, lower that third back onto the mat and voluntarily soften everything, let everything go. Next, inhale, raise 2/3 of the spine up. And as you exhale, return the spine to the ground. And when it's down, voluntarily soften. Next, inhale, raise the whole spine, lifting up toward the shoulders. And exhale, take the whole spine down again. Let's inhale the whole spine up and stay here, exhale. Stay here, inhale. Now exhale, bring down the top third only. Stay here, inhale. And on the exhale, bring down the middle third. Stay here, inhale. And on the exhale, release the rest of the spine down. Pelvic tilt. On the inhale, let the lower back arch away from the ground so buttocks stay on the floor. Exhale, navel towards spine, lumbar, lower back flattening into the earth. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, flatten. Now inhale, arch the back. This time, exhale, flatten, press into the feet and lift. Then inhale, roll the spine down and arch, all on the inhale. Exhale, flatten the lower back to the ground and lift. And one more time, inhale, lower and arch the lumbar. Exhale, flatten and lift. This lift will hold, reach for your block and tuck the block beneath your sacrum, just above the crack of the buttocks on the lowest portion of the back. And find a height in that block where you can be at ease. So there's no struggle or strain. Let the arms relax. Even move the arms 8 to 12 inches away from your side so you can really relax those shoulders down. Nose points to the sky. And we welcome in a feel of ease and passivity. Let the block and the earth hold and support you as your bones become heavy, as all your muscles soften, As the mind becomes quiet and still, as your attention rests on the flow of breath traveling throughout the entire body. Inhale, welcoming in a vibrancy to every single cell of your being. And the exhale creates an allowing for release, allowing for letting go. Vibrancy on inhale. Release, letting go on exhale. And here we'll just settle for a couple of minutes of silence and stillness. Follow the breath. We already have everything that we need right here, right now, always. Four more breaths, your pace. When your breaths are done, please remove the block from beneath you and ever so gently lay that precious spine back down onto the ground. Pause a moment. Watch any tendency to move directly to a counter pose. And instead, just be with what's arising now without any need to change it. We will get to a counter pose, I promise. But for just this moment, to be with whatever is arising, in the form of thought or sensation or energy. And then bring one knee into chest, immediately followed by the other knee. So both knees come in. And hug the knees in close. If you'd like to circle or rock a little side to side, see what will feel good. And we'll be completing with a final supine twist. So take your time. There's no rush to do anything. When you feel ready, the arms can open toward T position. And you can lay the knees over to the right. Some might choose to bring the feet to the floor before lowering the knees to give extra support to the lower back. And knees go right, head goes left. Some might choose to roll onto their side and open up into that. So we're in a final supine twist, knees right, head left. And you wiggle and move within the pose to optimize a sense of comfort there. Your pose, your practice. We meet ourselves, we greet ourselves right here on the mat. I am here. Each and every part of me held, received, and loved. Each and every part of me held, received, and loved. Everything you need, you already have. Right here, right now, always. 3 more breaths on this side. When you're done, inhale to center. And as you exhale, lay the knees to the other side, head opposite. Settling in and softening. Embraced in a cocoon of kindness. Everything you need is already here, right now. Three more breaths here. When complete, inhale everything to center. Papanasana, knees to chest one final time. And as you pull both knees into the chest, give yourself a long hug. And notice if there's any resistance to receiving that hug. Don't judge it, don't push it away, just notice. And then hug yourself a little bit deeper. Inhale, exhale, letting any residual stuff be released on a side. Ha. Your time, please stretch out and settle into Shavasana for final relaxation. Additional clothing, blankets, whatever you need, take your time. Time to surrender the body, to let it splay out on your mat like a warm springtime puddle, not an icy cold one, a warm springtime puddle. And soften. And befriend once again the breath. And let the breath move through you like a soft, gentle wave, washing over and within your entire being. Let this wave of breath massage you. Allow it to bring in a sense of calm, a sense of ease. This whole being is allowed to soften, relax, and let go. Let go and let go. Breath deepening. Body awakening with slow, gentle movement. Taking any final stretch that will feel good. Whenever you're ready to come to a seated position, we're going to use some Purta Mudra this morning. So left palm up with fingers pointing forward. Please cup the left hand. Right palm is down. We also cup the right hand and we cross it. We rest the right hand on top of the left. So the left fingers are pointing forward and the right fingers are pointing left, and we form this little box. And this mudra speaks to the sacred treasure within. So we just draw that mudra near the solar plexus, shoulders down. If you'd like, allow the eyes to close for just a moment. Often with the push and pull of life, we can lose touch with all that is good within us. As you sit with this for just a moment, I'd like to reread the reading I opened practice with this morning. And again, it's by Buddhist nun Pema Chodron. Life is a work in progress, a process of uncovering our natural openness, uncovering our natural intelligence and warmth. I have discovered, just as my teachers always told me, that we already have what we need. We already have what we need. The wisdom, the strength, the confidence, the awakened heart and mind are always accessible, here, now, always. Gratitude for this time of practice, I welcome you to bring your hands to prayer position at the heart. As we close this time chanting Om, drawing in breath. Om Shanti, Shanti Shanti, peace. May each of you and may all beings everywhere know happiness, peace, and freedom from suffering. I thank you all so very much for joining me today. Namaste.